Let's see, he saw everything through a reflection. If he did, it would explain all the contradictions in his testimony, but that just makes the situation worse for Maggie. There's gotta be something in that old man's testimony. We just gotta dig deeper. Ugh, now you're getting all confusing on me now. Okay, where is, we're seeing everything in reverse. Let me see, where is that? No, that's... that... Victor's testimony. When the incident occurred, I broke the vase at my seat. I'm sorry. That doesn't help us at all. Floor plans? What I'm picturing is the mirror, like... because, I mean, I'm guessing it's not a see-through mirror, right? But at the same time, he couldn't put it, like, long ways, like up and down, because then it would completely block anyone from getting through to the back tables. So, like, how exactly are we talking about arranging this mirror? Well, maybe in the floor? I don't know. Oh, let's see. Where's his picture that shows... yeah. Worn HMD over left eye. Now, Victor said it was on the same side as the HMD, but if he saw it in a mirror, the HDMI would be on the right. Ugh. You know, just let the game explain it. The coffee cup, the earpiece, and the HMD. Let's think back over Mr. Kudo's testimony for a second, shall we? The boy was wearing the earpiece on the same side as the green lens of his specs. No question, you can lock me up if I'm wrong. It was his left ear, without a doubt. So, to summarize, we were told both the HMD and the earpiece were on this victim's left side. Now, if Mr. Kudo saw all that as a reflection in the mirror, it means both the HMD and the earpiece were actually on the victim's right side. Now that you think about it, it is not so hard, none. No. But unfortunately, that's where we run into a monumental contradiction with the facts. There you go. Yeah, everybody in the audience is like, huh? What did he say? I'm sure it was nothing. Well, over the right eye, from your point of view. How bitter. Wright, you should have a taste of this bitterness. It'll calm me down in no time. Just actually, I've had too much caffeine, and I'm just thinking to myself, and then there she was. Like double cherry pie, and then there she was. Like Disco Superfly. Oh. How he thinks. Yup. Well. Clearly it's his Gen Y loser cap. No, I'm just kidding. I don't even remember why I started calling those that. Probably got a story in here about it somewhere. Okay, is that cup number 4 that you just smashed with the... Oh yes, they were both on his left ear. Do you hear? His left ear! Well, what? That's the worst but best impression of Kudo ever. Yeah, I guess so. This guy's hilarious for a prosecutor. Like, oh my god. Alright. Ew. Just ew, Maya. A mirror can't be beaten by a handful of seeds, nor can it lie. So what exactly was the old man looking at? Okay. You're definitely all ears. Okay. Yes. I would definitely like to look at the plans. Otherwise, is everyone sitting comfortably? Yes. Actually, let me move a little bit. Adjust my seat. Okay. The mirror, it was in the middle of the restaurant. Okay. I could see that. But in that case, he would still be seeing him from the right. There's only one seat from which you could have seen an image of the victim. Two, actually. Because, like, the seat where he was sitting. See, the table next to the victims. That was where the old man was sitting. Was he? I thought it said a minute ago he was sitting at the table across from him. Okay, that's weird. After the terrible incident occurred, I moved the mirror so it was not in the way. But naturally I did not touch anything else. Okay. I guess not. I suppose it was only according to his testimony that he was in the table across the way. He could have been anywhere. Don't worry about it, he says. We can keep up. Except for the guy breaking out in a cold sweat over there again. Man. No. Volunteers, of course. Volunteers to clean up the church. Very well, Mr. Wright. Your cross-examination, if you please. Why, you're being so nice to me. You're actually giving me all these cross-examinations. I don't know whether to thank you or... The mirror. It was in the middle of the restaurant, dividing into two halves. We saw that. Okay, we saw how that worked. That was what I really wanted to know. There's only one seat from which you could have seen the victim. That was the seat at the table next to the victims. That was where the old man was sitting. Are you sure? Let me see if they don't bring this up, or maybe I'm just remembering it wrong. Because... angles. Yeah. Because angles. Yeah. I get that. I'm just wondering... Okay, that does seem odd, doesn't it? After the terrible incident occurred, I moved in the mirror so it was not in the way. Okay, but naturally I did not touch anything else. This seems weird. Are you sure about that? I touched nothing except the mirror. Are you sure? Mr. Wright, is there something the witness has said that doesn't match the crime scene? Really? Suffering succotash! Oh, just the thing for that. An oil with golden myrrh and frankincense. Oh. Add a few drops to your coffee and voila, enjoy. I need to ignore those two and just find some evidence. Oh, I love it. It's pretty strange, though, isn't it? I mean, nobody mentioned anything about a really large mirror. You'd think someone would have, but Maggie didn't, and neither did old Seedy. Then the only logical explanation is that there was no mirror. Could the mirror have something to do with why Maggie thought there was a second person at the table? Maybe she was seeing me. No. Oh god. Prove what at this point? Okay, let me get back to... Okay, let me see. Do we have... Because I was going to say, we have Victor's testimony. Where's the... Hang on, where's that other photo? Because this says he broke the vase at C, right? He said that. Now, if it was true that he was sitting at that table... Is this the crime photo? Yeah, see the vase? The vase is still standing at that table. Okay, but which statement do we press that on, though? Well, this one, probably. This piece of evidence contradicts with the test... Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense. For a second I thought they made a huge grammatical mistake there. Yes, this photo clearly shows something that should theoretically not exist. Well, no, it would exist, it just wouldn't be in the same form. Should not exist. Sounds like you're describing yourself, Wright. Oh, burn. Ouch. It burns so bad. I may need to get some Neosporin for this. What is this something that should not exist in this photo? Oh, believe me, I'm gonna tell you. There ain't no crotch pointing this time. I still can't believe how stupid I was. Like, those videos are just going up now, and my god. It's downright embarrassing to watch those. Oh, everything. Your Honor, I'm telling you that there should have been no vase on this table. Because it very clearly contradicts with this! Here it is. Woo! Yeah! Ha ha! There is one thing that was clearly demonstrated by yesterday's testimony. I was wondering why they went all the trouble to do another round just so he could say that. I thought they were just being funny. Nope. Oh, he's mad now. Unless he didn't see the guy at all. Well, if he was at the other table, like I was saying before, he would have still seen it, but then he would have seen it from the right angle, which would kind of devalue all the shit we've been talking about for the last 10 minutes or now. Or so. Or now, really. Ooh! That's gotta suck. Don't try to confuse the court, Wright. Obviously, the witness cleaned up the vase, while the police were taking their time getting to the crime scene. Oh, that would explain what he was doing. Unfortunately, Mr. Gatto, that doesn't quite work for me. Mr. Armstrong already testified to the contrary. In his own words, I did not touch anything else except the mirror. Whoops. Get those swallows in. Well, witness, what do you have to say for yourself? Aww. I was right. There was no mirror in the restaurant that day. In light of this revelation, we returned back to the original problem. Why did the victim have an earpiece in an ear which he couldn't hear? Maybe he just didn't want anybody to talk to him, you know? So, when you're walking down the streets of Seattle during PAX Prime, you better put a cell phone up to your ear if you don't want to get approached by somebody trying to sell you their CDs. You only get one shot in life, there's no turning back. I do. How do you explain what the old man saw? Well, he looked in a mirror and saw what he saw. He took the saw, cut a hole in the table, put the hole on the wall, and climbed through it. Or no, that's not right. It was cut the table in half, put the two halves together to make a hole, put the hole on the wall. Shut up! Tim, you're so... I don't know, I wasn't really paying attention. What do you mean? I need to stop making stupid references. Yes, there was. And there was a sample CD on the victim's table. It all flies in the face of Mr. Kudo's testimony. And I think I know the reason why nothing in this case is adding up. Because somebody subtracted first? Okay. Mr. Kudo made a mistake. The ear doctor made a mistake. The victim was a phony. What? Mr. Kudo made a mistake. Ugh. Okay, I'm pretty sure it's not the ear doctor. Mr. Kudo made a mistake. Seems too obvious. Like, this is another one of those cases where one of the answers is, like, so crazy that you almost have to choose it. And then I'm thinking that's what it is. The victim was a phony. But how? I'm gonna try it. This case is riddled with contradictions. Yet there's one very simple answer that clears all of them up. And what is that? The incident Mr. Kudo witnessed and the incident the victim experienced were two completely different events. So what, the first guy came in the restaurant, sat down, had his drink and stuff, got up and left, and another one came in? An imposter? Whoa. Obviously, unlike the victim, there was nothing wrong with the imposter's left eardrum. Oh. That's how he ended up wearing the earpiece in his left ear by mistake. So Mr. Kudo was right. But then... well, yeah, I think this is just occurring to Gato as well. Oh my god. Oh, damn. Dude, you can't talk that way to the judge. What did you say? So, what we need right now is a shot of, like, what is that movie where Samuel L. Jackson... Oh, no, man, I was hoping it would be... No. It's Basic. In the movie Basic, after one of the military guys is like, Jesus Christ. Isn't there another one? There's another example of that. It's probably Pulp Fiction or something, I don't know. Right, are you saying that what Mr. Kudo saw was a setup? Yes, it is. Someone pretended to be Glenn Elge and acted out the whole coffee poisoning. Is he still alive? Whoa! Well, they wanted to throw him off or something? Throw him off the trail? Isn't it obvious? The thing Mr. Kudo was most insistent about in his testimony was the serving girl brought him a Javachino, but she put something in it. Okay. But if he acted out the poisoning, then the coffee wasn't really poisoned at all. But it was when the police got there, so there was one and only one reason to show Mr. Kudo this fake poisoning. To show Maggie Bird in the act of poisoning the coffee. Ugh. Oh, jeez. Oh, but there was another customer, and we haven't gotten to that yet. It's also true that the chef was there. He would have noticed what was happening. Oof. No, he wouldn't. Not necessarily. Okay, what are we doing here? It's quite simple. All you have to do is testify. You are under oath, after all. Was there, in fact, a phony at Trebian that day? The defense demands that Mr. Armstrong tell the whole truth. Oof. Okay. Oh my god. Boy, what in the world are we doing here? So let's see, in the restaurant. You know, in the bathroom! Okay. La victim, Monsieur Elge, came to my restaurant alone. Okay, the real one? I remember La old man arrived not long after him. The thing is, if this was all acted out, then how did the police come there, find a victim? Well, maybe we'll get to that in a second, I don't know. When he got word he won the lottery, Monelge became very excited. It was approximately 5 minutes later that the poisoning incident occurred. There was no time for a phony to do the acting. Just so we're clear, there was no mirror in the restaurant after all. Je vous demande pardon. Forgive me, Your Honor. I lied because I wanted this mess to be cleared up quickly. Later. Oh, damn it. Sorry, Mr. Armstrong. Oh, it's really... Wow, that sounds bad, PJ. Or, I mean, PW. Can I start calling you that? PW? In the restaurant. The victim once we all came to my restaurant alone. I'm not sure about this. I'm gonna probably press most of these. Was he alone at his table as well? My oui. I saw him from the kitchen. She swears there was another man at the victim's table. Unfortunately for you, Wright. Yesterday's witness also testified that the victim was alone. And we just corroborated some of his testimony. You know, seeing you squirm like that reminds me of a certain coffee's bittersweet bite. Number 107? It's gotta be 107, right? It's love that's bittersweet. Well, that too. I remember the old man arrived not long after him. Okay. So, like... Of course. No, there was a third old man there. Oh. Oh, jeez. Burn. Coffee burn. Liquid burn. Okay. How many minutes after, or what time was it? I'm gonna go with how many minutes after, because I don't remember the time. So you're saying that not much time elapsed between when the victim arrived and Mr. Kudo arrived. That is correct. But that still leaves the possibility that something happened in that gap of time. And by your recollection, how much time would you say elapsed? Let me see, approximately 2 minutes, I would say. 2 minutes, that's all? Huh. Seems unlikely that anything untoward could have happened in such a short time. Rats! I knew I should have pursued this line of questioning. Well, at least we did. We found out. Should I have picked the other option, I wonder? I think I might give that a go, but I'm not... I might give that a go, but I'm not sure. Ooh, okay, maybe not. See, that's the thing. I mean, if somebody did come in there and pretend to get poisoned by coffee, you know, they would have had to drink the coffee and then topple over, you know, onto the table, and then what? Yeah, they couldn't just sit there forever. I mean, at some point, eventually, later on, they would have had to get back up and walk away. But how would they get away without someone seeing them? Maybe that's why. So this is why he's saying there was no time for a phony to do the acting. But it's like, you couldn't act something out like that anyway. Because how would you ever get up from the table and leave without someone saying, well, look, you didn't get poisoned. You would have to wait until the room was totally empty. Which, for the most part, it was, except for you. The problem is, how do I prove that? I mean, I don't even know what I'm... But all I'm doing is proving that you're right when you say that. So it doesn't even matter. Okay, let me try, what time was it? Out of curiosity, about what time was it when Mr. Kudo arrived? Oh no, I cannot remember, monsieur. I believe we were told by a witness yesterday. The crime was reported at 2:25 p.m. 2:25? Does that perhaps jog your memory, witness? The incident happened about 20 minutes after he arrived. So the victim must have arrived between 2 and 2:10, right? Okay. No problem. I can't sit here and do all the time do nothing now, can I? Yeah. Okay. Everything you do it for him. Nice going, Brian Adams. Nice going. Merci bien. That's French, isn't it? Boy, I guess so. Oh, man. Just after 2 p.m. Should I press this again? You absolutely sure about the time? When I think really hard, I'm sure it was just after 2. It's like time I stopped serving the lunch menu. Yup. Oh man, this judge is getting rather jubilant, wouldn't you say? Oh, would you look at that? It's almost lunchtime. Nope. We're not going anywhere. What do I have about the lottery? Shit. Where is that? This here? Experience the most thrilling 10. Oh my god! Once again with the brain farts here. I'm afraid I finally got you, Mr. Armstrong. Quee, what do you mean? The lottery results happened at 1:30. He couldn't have been there just after 2. Or like just before 2 or whatever. The show he was listening to was Millionaire Radio. Each week they announced the winning number of a $500,000 lottery ticket. Yeah, it was. Oh, but just you wait. I fucking wonder, Skyward Sword! You say the victim arrived at your restaurant after 2 p.m., correct? Yes, I'm sure of it. Translated. I remember perfectly now. It was at that time because I had just finished serving the lunch menu. Get to the peon. Oh. I thought that said peont, right? Like a typo, P-I-O-N-T. I swear when I first looked at it, that's what it looked like. That show was broadcast live at 1:30. So what you got to say about that? Now, supposedly the victim made some noise when it was announced that he had won. And yet, I don't believe his cry of joy could have occurred after 2 p.m. He would have gotten over it by then, and it would just been no big deal. $500,000. Who cares?